Hey there, Aries. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to your tarot card reading for October 2023. In honor of October's new moon eclipse on the 14th, 15th, and full moon eclipse on the 28th, 29th, this reading explores themes of shadow and light. Once I lay out the cards, I'll identify their positions, go through their meanings, and do clarifications. I'll pull a couple of archetype cards to show how these double eclipses might test you this month. And at the end of the reading, I'll close with messages for additional guidance. Feel free to take with you whatever messages resonate and leave behind for others whatever does not. So we have here Trickster and Monk Nun. Okay. So here with this Trickster, we have the light attribute being transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior, and the shadow attribute being manipulating others through duplicity. So it could be that this month you are going to be tested in areas of where you're kind of being innovative or having the ability to kind of like either see something or show something in a different perspective, but needing to be aware of that potential for possibly manipulating the truth of what's really there or how other people might see it or even yourself. And here with this Monk Nun, the light attribute, you have selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit, shadow attributes, negative judgment of the physical world, and excess piety. So it could also test you by kind of seeing what it is that you believe to be like right, true, like moral, and kind of where that is blending into kind of shame and negative judgment of like others. So here we first take a look at what needs your attention. We have the 8 of Swords. Second, we discovered what's hidden by shadow. We have the Hanged Man. Third, we see how it can be illuminated by light. You have the Moon. Fourth, we reveal the truth for you to embrace. We have 6 of Pentacles. Fifth, we identify where to carefully navigate. You have the 5 of Swords. And sixth, we explore your best path forward. We have the 4 of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, the influencing energy of this reading, we have the 3 of Cups. So this could be kind of having to do with how you are interacting with others, your friends, colleagues, and so forth. And I'm trying to see what we don't have here for you, Aries. We have got Pentacles, Swords, Wands. We do not have Cups except for the influencing energy. So this could be kind of, possibly with this Trickster and this Monk Nun, it could be people having influence on you, on what to believe, on how you're feeling about someone or a situation, and whether or not kind of how you are approaching something or not approaching, whether that is really how you are kind of feeling, or maybe putting too much faith in what other people are kind of telling you or how they're guiding you. Because here what needs your attention is the 8 of Swords. So a sense of feeling that you're trapped, you're limited. It can be a sense of like feeling like a victim. So let's see what we have here. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So with the Knight of Pentacles there, it is a sense of like maybe a desire to want to advance, maybe thinking that you're trying to do it in the most careful way possible. Maybe want to make sure that you're being seen as having like the right motives or taking the right path, having the right sense of value. So here, what's hidden by shadow, you have the Hanged Man. And it could be that you need to take some time for yourself to kind of figure out what's right for you, maybe to take away other people's opinions, maybe take away the ego from the situation, but really get a sense of like inner reflection, and kind of see what's at the heart of that, how it can be illuminated by light. You have here the moon, and that's about kind of trusting your intuition. There might be some self-doubt going on there, but listening to other people, that is possibly where these concepts of like the trickster kind of come in. Aspects of potential like manipulation and almost a sense of seeing things in like terms of like black and white. You have this nun's outfit here when things are really more shades of gray. So let's take a look at the Hanged Man in terms of what's hidden in shadow. I'm going to take this card. We have here the King of Wands. So Aries, I feel like that is like King of Wands is definitely your fiery Aries energy, you know, a sense of passion and motivation and confidence and kind of going after what it is that you truly want, but it might require some kind of looking at things from a different perspective. And here with the moon, that could show what the different perspective is or relates to. We have the Strength card. So that's, again, kind of relying on, well, strength is about like accepting the light parts of us, the dark parts of us, and kind of embracing all of that. So it is a sense of like self-acceptance. Maybe there's parts of yourself where the trickster, manipulation kind of comes in versus trying to see things from a different perspective, or like aspects of kind of like what's right for you or what's not right for you kind of have started becoming like a sense of judgment of people who are different from you, beliefs that are different from you, habits that are different. And I do sense that this Three of Cups, again, those are the only kind of cups that are showing. There's like an emotional connection that's emotional connections or ties to people that is making it seem like you might need their guidance, when really it's you have that kind of passion, confidence, knowing within you, and really need to get more in touch with your intuition and take things a little bit slowly. Recognize like that you might have some fears, some doubts, see where that stems from. And here, the truth for you to embrace, you have the Six of Pentacles. And what's interesting about this card is you can see this person doesn't have like a Halloween outfit. And you can see this like kid is kind of looking ashamed. It's as if these people here are chastising this person for not having the Halloween outfit, for not, showing up the way that they were supposed to kind of show up. And here they have all the candy, and it's like, I'm not going to give you candy because you didn't show up the way that we told you to show up, or the way that you need to show up. So it's like the truth for you to embrace is that, maybe there was a period of time where you needed someone's support and feedback. And maybe it's come to a point where, maybe if there's people in need of support, it's being withdrawn from them, or maybe it's kind of a sense of you have the ability to kind of provide support, and support not necessarily just finances, but also like backing someone up, making them feel like welcome or worthy. So it could be that there's like a shift in, you know, who's worthy of something right now. And we have here the King of Swords. So for me, with this King of Swords, like the truth for you to embrace, it's a sense of like, you know, kind of like this King of Wands, where if you kind of reflect on that and look at this from, you know, how is someone like having a power trip in this situation, kind of like looking at it from that perspective, and like how can you really go after, like move forward in a way that you feel is right and in align with your higher self, the best version of yourself, then this King of Swords, like you have enough experience in whatever this situation is and knowledge of the people involved to kind of take a step back and kind of be like, okay, how can I really keep the peace here? If there's someone that is being unfairly kind of chastised, you know, outcasted, how can I really, and even if you are that outcast here, kind of like, how can you really make things fair? And, you know, possibly it might be that to walk away or to back someone up. But here, we identify where to carefully navigate. We have the Five of Swords. So this can be like a fight. This is like a battle where you don't know when to walk away. You can see this yellow crayon is crying because this fairy princess and this like ogre are just making this little yellow crayon cry. And it's like, really, you don't need to do that. There's a way, you know, especially the King of Swords would know a way to use their, you know, reason, wit, communication to resolve a situation without like making yellow crayons cry. So let's take a look. We have the King of Pentacles, another king here. So kind of almost a sense of like, go at this situation very slowly. You know, King of Pentacles, they're very kind of set in their ways a little bit. The King of Wands, King of Swords, they're very like rush into things. So go at things kind of slowly and thinking that you've got everything you need and you're in a position to potentially give other people what they need. And that there's nothing that someone else can give to you or do to make you feel more valuable or to feel more secure in who you are. And here, the best path forward with the Four of Wands is to kind of celebrate the victories, to kind of find the people that are that you want to celebrate successes with. It's almost a sense of like pursuing the things that you care about and aligning yourself with other people who have similar like ideals, where you aren't trying to you know, play on someone's fears or make someone feel like they're incapable of accomplishing something. It's almost like a sense of like lifting everyone up, trying to lift everyone up, may be the best path forward. And we have here the Five of Wands. So here you can see these people are like competing and fighting and like really just, it's like just annoying. But here, maybe just kind of trying to lift everyone up, avoiding like taking sides, avoiding making something look, you know, like someone is the holier than thou and the other person to look like they're like the devil, like almost really take a very reasoned and balanced approach at this. And I still think it's interesting that there's really not cups that are showing up here other than this, the Three of Cups. These kind of like witches kind of hanging out around the cauldron, followed by the Justice card here. So maybe these witches are kind of doling out their own version of justice. So I'm going to close off with some messages for aligning with the best version of yourself. And okay, this one wants to come out. So we have here the underworld, where all things pause and begin again. So there's something that is changing, something that's transforming, something that is like ending. And there's an opportunity for you to rise out of this the way that you need to, like the way that you're called to, the way that you're like your higher self really thinks that or believes will allow you to kind of be who you need to be and how you need to kind of be a part of this world. And then we have this Commander Ashtar call to action: take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. So here it is really calling for you to kind of step up into that leader role and to make sure that you, the way that you're leading by example aligns with the best way to move forward and not just what others might want you to do, what might be fun at the time, but truly what aligns with what's in your heart. So I hope this reading provides a helpful perspective of your month. We'll see you next time. Take care.